Every major leaguer remembers his first hit.
Ground ball, Perez will get it. Base hit, Pujols, his first hit in the big leagues.
All-stars remember milestones.
Pujols rips it fair. Hit number 2,000 down into the corner. And with this double, Pujols joins Stan the Man, Brock, Hornsby, and Slaughter as Cardinals with 2,000 hits.
But the legends of the game reach landmarks that will guarantee their presence in Cooperstown.
This one's got a chance to go. Go! Big fly for Albert Pujols. Number 600.
Now on the verge of 3,000 hits, Albert Pujols takes his next step on the path to baseball immortality.
That's out toward left field. Mancini giving chase. Not going to get there. 2 hits shy of 3,000.
Next.
Well, the sun is out. No more May Gray here at the Big A. It's a beautiful night for baseball. The Halos have taken the first 2 games against the Baltimore Orioles, and tonight they look for the series sweep before heading out on the road to take on the Seattle Mariners tomorrow night, I should say, up at Safeco Field. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubica. I'm Victor Rojas, and we just showed you a milestone, many milestones that Albert Pujols has certainly accomplished throughout his career. He's 2 hits shy of the magical 3,000 hit plateau. And Gooby, I know we've had an opportunity to call a couple of those milestones together as wearing Angel uniform. Not us anyway, but at least Albert wearing the Angel. Could you imagine us wearing the Angels uniform?
No.
But anyway, it's always fun, and obviously there's some electricity in the air. A lot of folks finding their way into their seats tonight and hoping to see some history.
Yeah, but it just feels so cool at this moment right now. He's on the cusp of 3,000 hits. It's 2 hits away from it right now for Albert Pujols, and he knows it, and he knows the excitement around from his teammates to the fans, and of course we are excited ourselves to be able to witness potentially something magical, historical for Albert here tonight. He's really swinging the bat very, very well. We thought the way he was swinging the bat last night, he may indeed get those 2 extra hits last night. I expect him to get that base hit in that first time up, and all of a sudden that energy level in this ballpark is going to be off the charts if he gets closer and closer to that 3,000 hits, which I expect to happen tonight.
Well, it is festive poncho night. Perhaps the festivities will come after the game if he gets to number 3,000. Chris Tillman's on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. The Angels will counter with Jaime Barria getting called up today. Back up in the big leagues, making the start for the Angels. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Welcome back out to the Big A, the final game of the homestand and of this three-game set against the Orioles. The Angels last night victorious, hung on to win it 10-7 with Baltimore striking for 5 runs in the 9th inning. But the Angels picked up the victory, now find themselves at 18-12 on the season. And we'll take a look at Buck Showalter's lineup for the Orioles, who fell to 8-22 on the year. It'll be Mancini leading things off in left. Peterson back in the lineup at second base. Machado at shortstop. Adam Jones in center. Chris Davis jumps up the spot. He is at first base. Mark Trumbo at DH. Pedro Alvarez got a pinch hit last night in the 9th. He's back in the starting lineup at third. Anthony Santander is back out in right field, and Chance Cisco, the Corona product, is back in the lineup, batting 9th and doing the catching as they take on Jaime Barria. This will be his 3rd major league start. 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA. Gooby, of course, the last time out, the infamous 49 pitch first inning against the San Francisco Giants. It pretty much sapped him.
Yeah, but he did put up a 0 though, somehow, some way. But his fastball is 90-94, slider and a plus changeup working for Jaime Barria. My go-tos for him to be successful tonight is use that changeup as an out pitch, especially against this Baltimore lineup. They love to hit the fastball and move that fastball north and south, up in a part of the strike zone and then below the strike zone throughout. They will chase pitches out of the strike zone, but you got to get ahead of the count and use that changeup.
Take a look at the defense for the Angels tonight. Upton, Trout, Calhoun in the outfield from left to right. Valbuena, Simmons, Kinsler, and Pujols from third to first. Maldonado behind the plate.
And Valbuena getting that start at third base, especially with a pitcher with a good changeup. A lot of action for him, possibly here tonight. A 17th start at third base so far for Valbuena with 2 errors and has turned 3 double plays.
Kozar dealing with some back tightness, and that's why he is not in the lineup. As the first one is bounced foul. The first pitch is brought to you by Carson Toyota. Mike Scioscia expecting Kozar to be back in the lineup tomorrow night at Safeco. Mancini hitting .264 on the season. No balls, 2 strikes. This one slicing out of play. Mancini last night ended up going 0 for 3 with a walk and a sacrifice fly. Picked up his 10th RBI. The Orioles ended up out hitting the Angels 10-9, but the Angels used the long ball to pick up the victory. 0-2 downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brian Gorman is the crew chief, and he's calling the balls and strikes tonight. Diane Iasonia at first base, Mike DeMuro at second, and Roberto Ortiz at third base. Mancini lines one right to Kinsler, and there's the first down of the game.
Elevated pitch, got a fastball, lines it, but Kinsler right there. And always take that out even if he hits it well. Keep it in the infield, especially with this defense in the infield, and Kinsler's able to get that first one. As he talked about how that baseball kind of went down, a little top spin on him.
That's the one thing you will get from Jaime Barria, a lot of strikes. Chase Peterson steps in. He got the start at second base 2 nights ago. He'll take a strike, actually a ball, missing down and in. Peterson went 0 for 4 in the opening game of the series. I'll pull this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you see this Baltimore lineup, they are aggressive on fastballs. That was even an elevated fastball.
Angels were able to keep Manny Machado in check last night. He's on deck. Valbuena near the cut of the grass at third. 1 out, just underway here. 71 degrees at first pitch. Good off-speed pitch. 1-2.
It's that plus changeup he has. Good arm speed with that pitch.
Jaime, 21 years of age. He'll turn 22 in July. But back to the off speed.
That's one thing for a youngster, Barria. A lot of confidence in that pitch. Don't see that too often with young pitchers that will go back to back with a changeup, but he has such a good one. Mention that as a go-to as far as getting outs with that pitch.
He's made 3 starts at AAA Salt Lake. No record of .292 ERA. Just 12 in the 3rd innings. 2-2 now.
When you have a good changeup, it makes your fastball that much better. Granted, it's 90 to 94 range, but because its changeup is so good, that fastball gets on you as a hitter.
Cued foul. Now we saw obviously the at bat that Brandon Belt had against Jaime Barria a couple of Sundays ago, and we've seen some contact, foul balls even just tonight. Fastball, changeup guy. Anything you could do to kind of avoid the bats more so?
A lot of times when you throw a lot of strikes, that's what happens. Hitters are generally just looking in the zone, in the strike zone.
There's the off-speed pitch. Got the top part of the zone. Barria picks up his first strikeout. 2 outs.
And going back to that, if you're around the strike zone a lot, hitters are comfortable looking at over the plate, even the inside part. And he changes speeds well, but because there's so many strikes thrown, that they're going to make contact with it. See that circle changeup, a very good one, 83-mile-an-hour changeup, gets a called third strike.
Is that one of those things where you've got to pitch more so east-west, in off the plate, away off the plate?
He's got at times make hitters uncomfortable standing in the batter's box. And what I mean is make them move their feet. I'm not saying up and in, necessarily knock them down, make them move their feet.
Although you wouldn't be opposed to a little knockdown on occasion.
Yeah, especially warming up. Every once in a while I throw that baseball to the backstop.
Neither confirm nor deny. That's what I'm hearing from your lips. Machado, first pitch swinging, skies with the Cole, and Barria has himself a 1-2-3 first. A little bit different than the one against the San Francisco Giants. One to the bottom of the first. Kinsler, Trout, and Upton coming up. We'll check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels. Game number 31 at the start of the day. Game back of the West, and Houston lost earlier today to the Yankees, so they got a chance to top the division. Kinsler, Trout, Upton in the top third of the order. Pujols, Ohtani, and Simmons in the middle third. Valbuena, Calhoun, and Maldonado rounding out the starting 9 for the Angels as they take on the 30-year-old SoCal native out of Fountain Valley High School. His name is Chris Tillman.
Tillman's fastball is 87-92, slider, cut fastball, curveball, changeup. My go-tos to be successful against him tonight is attack, strikes only. Bring him in the strike zone. He tries to get you a chase and elevate to celebrate. Fastball, he's given up 5 home runs off his fastball this season, so elevated fastball could go a long way.
First one is down and away. 7th start of the year for Tillman. 1-4 with that 7.03 ERA. 34 hits and 24 in the third innings. Two balls, no strikes. Kinsler hitting .227. 2 doubles, a home run, 2 runs batted in. And went 0 for 3 with a walk last night. Missed it. 3-0. Tillman picked up his first win of the season, so the Orioles are hoping that he could build off of that win against Detroit. Went 7 innings, allowed just 1 hit. Struck out 5, walked 2, throwing 98 pitches. And a 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the first.
And with Mike Trout coming to the plate back in the first inning last night, it's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. Bundy went up fastball. The second pitch of that at bat, Trout hit that baseball a long, long way. Way out. His 11th home run of the season, tying a franchise record for the first 30 games of the season, tying with Brian Downing, who also had 11 home runs in the first 30 back in 1987.
He'll take a strike. Top part of the zone at 89. We've seen this from Chris Tillman over the years, the decrease in velocity on the fastball. Now 89-90 range. Oh, 1. Slow breaking ball. It drops in there.
Yeah, when you look at the numbers against Tillman this season versus the fastball, he's got a batting average against him of 378. Mentioned his 5 home runs, but 255 versus his secondary pitches, and he throws quite a few of them. Half of his pitches will be off speed of some sort.
You would think with that slow of a breaking ball and living in that 89-90 mile per hour range, you would have some time to make the adjustment, because it doesn't have that bite or the depth. It has some depth to it, just didn't have that snapdragon bite
like it used to,
like it
especially
used to,
when he used to be mid-90s with his fastball. So you can adjust, you can almost even move up a little bit in the batter's box, because you still feel you can catch up to an 88, 89 mile an hour fastball.
Kinsler, a 4-pitch walk, stands at first. Trying to get that upper corner. 74. It's 2-2.
Tillman's always been difficult to steal against. He's got a good move to first base. Buckshot are looking on, hoping to see that velocity on his fastball get back to at least close to what it used to be for Tillman, who battled that shoulder injury last year.
Right with the fastball there. So the count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Upton on deck. Then Albert Pujols. Good crowd still filing in here.
And we saw a lot of people, a lot of fans coming in late with the excitement of potential witness history here tonight.
It's a festive night.
It is very festive.
A lot of folks wearing their ponchos. No rain in the forecast, though. Kinsler takes off. Trout hits one out toward right field. Santander moving back near the wall, off the fence. Kinsler will easily come around to score. Trout easily getting to third. 1-0 Angels on the Trout triple, his first of the season.
I'll tell you what, Trout was flying around that bases there. He was thinking potentially if Adam Jones isn't there to back him up, he would have a shot at an inside the park home run, utilizing that speed and showing it on display for Trout going the other way. And it's that fastball once again, and hitters have had a lot of success against this fastball. And that baseball's right by the 365 sign off the wall. And Trout turning on that afterburners, thinking he's got a shot. He's going to try to pick up Dino Weeble to see if there would be a shot of sending him home, but just cruises in for his first triple of the season, 20th RBI.
First inning, infield back, nobody out. Upton at the plate. 3 infielders on the left side. Justin comes in batting .229. After going 1 for 4 last night. And 4 runs batted in. A 3-run home run in the 5th inning and a sacrifice fly in the 6th. Now 5 home runs in the season and 18 runs batted in.
Now Albert would certainly get an opportunity now to bat here in the first inning. He is 2 hits away from 3,000 hits.
Breaking ball pulled toward the corner. Trout easily comes home. Upton on his way to second. It goes an RBI double, 2-0 Angels.
Boy, Justin Upton is starting to get hot now after that good game-winning walk-off base hit on an 0-2 slider. Starting to crush the baseball. 4 RBI last night, picks up an RBI here with that double. His 5th double, 19th RBI for Jaya.
So nobody out for Albert. 2 hits shy of 3,000 hits. He's got a man in scoring position. Albert last night 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. First one caught the inside corner. Strike 1.
Keep in mind on that home run that Albert hit last night. That was on a breaking ball. Majority of his hits this season have been on fastballs. So it's good to see him track that breaking ball and line that one out to left center field for a home run.
Oh, 1 off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Albert in his career 4 for 15 against Tillman with 2 doubles, a couple of runs batted in.
Imagine you might see a curveball right now from Tillman against Albert.
Here's the 1-1. Got the breaking ball and it misses. 2-1. See Tillman slap his right leg, trying to get that outside corner. Two infielders on the left side. Peterson just to the right of second base. Upton with an RBI double stands there. Ground ball to the right side. Peterson's there. 1 out. Upton ends up over at third base with the shift on. It's a base hit. One of the few times we've seen the second baseman on that side.
Especially Baltimore does put a lot of shifts on to begin with. That's generally always, like you mentioned, that's going to be a base hit for Albert. RBI opportunity for Shohei Ohtani now.
Nothing official yet, but it appears that Shohei will get the start on Sunday in Seattle. Last night went 0 for 4 with a run scored. That's a slow curveball downstairs. Infield was started back, crept in about halfway as the pitch was being delivered. That's ripped out to right field. Santander will cut it off. Upton will trot home an RBI single for Shohei. 3-0 Angels as Ohtani picks up his 13th run batted in.
That's a good swing there from Shohei Ohtani. Let's take a look at our top tier play brought to you by Arco as he stays back on this pitch for Shohei Ohtani. Fastball about belt high and lines it in the right center field for a single RBI, 13th RBI for Shohei Ohtani. So there's a single, double, and a triple so far in the season.
Oh, so you're saying the cycle is possible?
Yes.
And you can throw in the walk. The immaculate cycle.
Yes.
It's got to be a name for it, right? It's a name for everything else. Here's Andrelton Simmons. If Simmons goes yah here, that's what we're going to call it from now on.
Yeah.
Hashtagging and everything.
Yeah, everything. Oh. Popped this one up.
Toward the dugout, out of play.
And you see Andrelton walking around out of the batter's box. He crushes pitches that are upstairs. He had a pitch. Look at that deep sigh right there. He had one to do some damage.
Simmons hitting .320 on the year, 6 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in.
Ohtani at first base. 3 runs in for the Angels. We're in the first with 1 out.
It's a pretty tough little slider there, right on the outside corner at the knees.
I thought that was a pretty good pitch.
That's a tough pitch as a hitter.
Yeah, the best thing you could do, especially if you have 2 strikes on that approach, is to try to punch that ball to right field.
Tillman set at the belt. 0-2 on the way. Now the 1-2. Now toward left field. This one, the chase Mancini back. Might get over his head, and it does, off the wall. Ohtani will easily come home to score with those strides. 4-0 Angels. Close. Nice carry,
close. A lot warmer night tonight than it was last night. And the Angels with 4 home runs last night. That's a 7th double. Team leader in that category for Anderson Simmons, 17th RBI. Hanging breaking ball, went down upstairs and got it, and almost hit that one out to the wall, the lower part of the wall, and it kicked away from Mancini. And Shohei, the stride that he has, cruises in. I'll tell you what, Adam Jones had to do some serious backup in this inning, both there and in right field.
Both of those baseballs off the wall. The Trout one, and then now this one for Simmons. Roger McDowell out to pay a visit. Castro first man up. Angels have seen him already pitch in this series. Shortest outing of the year for Tillman. 2 innings. That was at Fenway Park on April the 13th. Gave up 6 runs on 7 hits. And all Buck Showalter could do is just look on. There's Luis Valbuena. Mentioned that Cozart not in the lineup. A little back tightness. Should be good to go tomorrow. Luis hitting .241. 4 home runs and 9 runs batted in.
It's a pretty good hack. .364 career hitter against Tillman for Valbuena, including a home run. He's trying to make that 2 home runs. Zach Cozart. More likely you'll see him back in that lineup tomorrow. Mike Trout, who had a triple, drove in the first run of the game. That's his 41st career triple, 4th in club history.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, that media guy, it's going to look a little different.
It says Trout, 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 everything.
One-two. Valbuena pulls it to the right side. Peterson can't get it. Goes into right field. Simmons will come home to score. And the Angels' lead is 5-0. Valbuena with his 10th run batted in.
Well, I really like what Dino Evil did. He was watching how Santana was getting to that baseball, knew he was going to his glove side, had a better chance to be able to send Anderson Simmons home. And he's running down the line with him, waving him in for the 5th run of this inning. Valbuena gets an off-speed pitch, a curveball, stays back of it, lines it past second base and in the right field. And Dino Weeble, no hesitation, seeing where Santana was going to field that baseball, and Valbuena getting that RBI.
Here's Cole. Way outside. 1 out.
Well, when you think about it, Chris Tillman coming in this game 3-0 in his career versus the Angels with a 2.84 ERA. He's throwing the ball very, very well against a team he rooted for as a child. And at one point, he had a plus fastball. You're talking 92 to 97 range on a consistent basis. See, back in 2016, one of the best pitchers in the American League, and dealing with a lot of shoulder issues last season. This season, again, not the velocity we've seen in the past for him.
2 balls, no strikes.
Really the hardest thing to do, Victor, when you don't have that velocity on your fastball, is to trust that you can still hit your spots and not get that baseball hit hard. So he's going to have tendencies to try to hit corners. And if it drifts off the plate, then you got to bring it in the middle part of the plate, and that's when he's been hurt. Best fastball, 90 today, but we're used to seeing 94 to 97 on a consistent basis.
Little pop up to shallow left center field. Mancini broke back, comes in now. 2 down.
Now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Maldonado coming to the plate. The adjustment he has made. You go back to April 27th. That shoulder, back shoulder dipping, front shoulder lifting up. Doesn't have that opportunity to be able to make good, consistent contact. Last night, very good job as far as keeping his hands through the baseball and lines that baseball to right center field. Staying backboard level with the swing and keeping that front shoulder from dipping, and back shoulder, same thing.
Back-to-back 3-hit games for Martin Maldonado. A 1 pitch. This one's out towards center. Jones has to come in on it. Halos bat around here in the first inning and score 5 times. And Gooby, they did it with the extra base hit.
Well, there's some really good swings. You're talking about utilizing the entire field, some extra base hits, and some good, consistent contact. Angels up 5-0. Time for Lowe's. Whole team together. We mentioned it last night after that victory for the Angels. 12 different Angels pitchers with victories so far this season, tying the Atlanta Braves as far as that category for 12 different pitchers. Andrew Heaney picked up the W last night Jaime Barria, he's got one of those W's also on the mound now with a 5-0 lead here in the second.
Through 12 pitches in that first inning, retiring decided order, and he'll get Jones, Davis, and Trumbo. The Orioles half of the second inning.
Now keep in mind, Jaime Barria sat there for a long time, but you'll take that when you get that type of run support.
Ground ball towards second. Kinsler's got a nice play. Ball's hit wide. Jones retired for the first out.
There's a Gold Glove play by a former Gold Glove winner in Ian Kinsler. Jones staying back. He's starting to see the ball much better himself. Lines that one hopper. The Kinsler's in position to catch that, fire, and get that first out. A good range for Ian Kinsler. Always looking in to see the location of a pitch, anticipating where the baseball is going to be hit, able to get that one hopper.
One ball, one strike on Chris Davis, first baseman. 179 batting average. 2 for 4 last time with a couple of singles, an RBI, and a run scored. 1-2.
Well, that's a good changeup.
No doubt. Look, I got the bottom part of the zone. Doesn't get called.
Chris Davis almost felt as if he was beat by a real good pitch there too, as you see him reacting. Fortunate enough for him, was not called a strike.
Still got him to reach for that one.
Talked about that need for that changeup to be an important part of Barria's game tonight, especially against Baltimore. They sit back on a fastball very well.
Full count. I think Soch wanted that one. Three-two. Back to the fastball.
I wonder if he throws a 3-2 changeup now. Chris Tillman in that tough bottom of the first.
And it's a one-out walk. First base runner for Baltimore. It's Trumbo.
Number 45, Mark Trumbo.
Trumbo with a couple of hits last night, going 2 for 4.
It's the third walk that Chris Davis has picked up in this series.
Mark DHing for the 3rd consecutive game, first action of the year. Activated right before the series started. Oh, 1. 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls to Trumbo from Barria. And Trumbo on the pregame show talked about Albert Pujols in his pursuit for 3,000 hits. Saying although he's on the other team right now, he'd like to see Albert do it here at home.
Chopper toward the middle. Simmons has it. He's going to take it himself. 6-3 goes the double play. We're ahead to the bottom of the second. Top of the order coming up for the Angels. Up 5-0.
Hitting the ball in the air off of Tillman, but the air and electricity in the ballpark with the anticipation that Albert Pujols may make history here tonight with 2 hits away from 3,000.
So Kinsler ready to lead things off here the second. Drew a 4-pitch walk to start the first. Scored 1 of the 5 runs. Take strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Tillman last year, 24 games, 19 starts, went 1-7 with a 7.84 earned run average. A nice little stretch there between 2013, which was an all-star season, and 2016. 1-2. 2-time 16-game winner, won 13 games in 2014, but just hasn't been the same guy the last couple of seasons. Albert due up 4th. 1-2 to Ian. Foul back.
Yeah, the hardest adjustment, we were just talking about that earlier, even in the first inning, is not having that zip on the fastball. You need that to get it by some hitters to set up your secondary pitches. But when you're not comfortable challenging hitters, you have a tendency to throw that one off the corners. Or well off the corner.
Just setting him up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up. And kind of drifted with it. Unable to make the play. Davis gets to the railing. Easily makes that catch.
Yeah, most times you get to the railing, if you have to make the adjustment, go back towards the playing field, you're able to do so. But when you got to reach in at the last second, unable to catch that pop up. Gives Ian Kinsler another shot to swing the bat here.
Another 2-2. Bouncer toward third and goes foul.
Bob Wayne always seems to be involved in something.
Trout on deck.
There's a hanger right in the middle part of the plate, upper part of that strike zone. A pitch that Kinsler can cover.
Mentioned Tillman at Fountain Valley High School. He was a Mariners second-round pick in '06, and he came over to the Orioles with Adam Jones as part of the package for Eric Bedard. 2-2. Now back. Bedard was the only player that went from Baltimore to Seattle. You also got George Sherrill, remember the lefty reliever? Upstairs, full count.
By that missed pop up there, he's thrown an extra 4 pitches so far now, and he still hasn't gotten Kinsler out.
(3-2). That's pulled to left field, a base hit. Went down and got it. Kinsler might be thinking too. Mancini comes up with it, fires it in. Ian on his way, dives in there safely with a double. His 3rd of the season, and the Angels have a man in scoring position for Trout.
I'll tell you what, he knew he had to turn on the afterburners, but Mancini, he's got a good throwing arm. 4 outfield assists so far this season, 5 last year. After a real good at bat there for Kinsler. Mancini cuts it off, it gets it in quickly, but then Kinsler turns on the afterburners to get his 3rd double of the season. 4th extra base hit already for the Halos.
3 doubles and a triple. Trout had one of those triples, or the triple, I should say. Action now back up and going again for Baltimore. It was Castro the first. Looks like it's the right-hander once again.
Now it's time for the key, a drive to success. Consecutive season with 25 or more home runs. It's his AL center fielders. Mickey Mantle at the top at 9. Adam Jones, 7. Mike Trout with 6. And Joe DiMaggio. Some serious names in there as far as consecutive season with 25 or more home runs.
That's line to center field. That ball came off the bat screaming. Kinsler will score. 6-0 Angels. 2nd RBI of the game for Trout.
That might be it pretty soon here now for Tillman.
Sure enough, here comes Buck Showalter. Castro ready to go in the bullpen. Seemingly ineffective. Let's go back and listen to that baseball Trout just did.
That's that Bugs Bunny, that screaming baseball off the bat, isn't it?
Doesn't Trout realize that baseball has a family? It's not fair.
No.
Tillman departs. Last an inning and 2 batters. We're in the 2nd inning. The Angels on top 6-0.
2-0 Cardinal. Look at this baby ride. Get up, get up, get up. Oh, yeah. It's over the wall. That is the 1,000th career hit for Albert. It goes 389 feet. And if I'm not mistaken, it also sets a Cardinal record for the most home runs in the month of April.
Albert 2 hits shy of 3,000, stands on deck. New pitcher on for the Baltimore Orioles here in the second with Trout standing at first base. The Angels leading at 6-0. Miguel Castro, his 13th appearance of the season. 0-1 with a 3.12 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 7 walks. Up to 0 for 4 in his career against the right-hander. Castro pitched in the opening game of the series, went 1 inning. That's lined to right field, and Justin Upton picks up another knock.
Boy, he's starting to get locked in. He's using the entire field with his power swing, barrel to bat mentality for Justin Upton. Second at bat of the game already for Albert. We're in the second inning.
Two on, nobody out. Breaking ball upstairs. Albert grounded out to Peterson, the second baseman of the first inning.
Castro does have that firm fastball. He's 92, 99, both with a lot of sliders and a very good changeup. Love to throw that slider 1-0. And there it was, a pretty sharp one.
Trout at second, Upton at first. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball pulled and past Alvarez and toward the corner. Trev will come in to score. Upton on his way to third. He's being waved around. 2 RBI double for Albert Pujols. Now 1 hit shy of 3,000.
Field in the ballpark here tonight. Albert lines that one down the third baseline. Not only hit number 29, 99, another double. 2 more RBI. That's a running fastball. Again, Albert's been crushing the fastball this season. He's really using that lower part of his body so well, the lower half, to generate that bat speed, and he lines that in the corner for an 2 RBI double.
Halos up 8-0. Still nobody on. Shohei at the plate. Cuts through that fastball. Albert now with 626 career doubles, 1,935 runs batted in. Tonight his 900th game wearing the Angels uniform. And 1 hit shy of 3,000 for his career. 0-1. Way outside. One. Good off-speed pitch. And Ohtani way out in front.
That's that good changeup that Castro has. Boy, what a shot by Albert. Tell you what, the electricity in this stadium throughout the rest of this game is going to be off the charts now.
Two. Got him to chase the fastball away. 1 down. First strikeout for Castro. And it'll bring up Andrelton Simmons.
After a couple good change-ups away, throwing fastball away, running action. Able to hold up on the swing for Shohei Ohtani. Albert with that smile on his face, knowing that close to history.
7 of the 8 runs charged to Chris Tillman in his 1 inning of work tonight. Andrelton Simmons, a double off the base of the wall on left, picked up an RBI and also scored in the first. Boy, what a block by Cisco. That breaking ball bounced a couple of feet in front of the plate.
Talk about perfect technique on blocking a pitch that far off the plate. Cisco, nice job on that one. In the left-handed batter's box in the grass in front of him.
Yeah, I think that may have actually bounced a little closer to the plate. that reminds me of a ceremonial first pitch that once happened.
Oh, you're not going to bring up Brandon Donnelly again, are you? He's our good friend.
It slipped out. He didn't have the pine tar on his fingers that apparently some pitchers may be using nowadays, as this one's bounced to short. Very close play. 2 outs. Albert ends up at third. It was a mucky night that night for
yes.
Brennan, and wearing a Letterman's jacket.
Yeah, that's what it was. The Letterman's jacket got him. I know he appreciates us mentioning that every time we get a chance.
You know what? He was great about it.
He was awesome. Coming up to the booth and talking about that. He said, well, he did get the hitter to chase that pitch because of that late, real good movement.
Here's Val Buedum. Luis with an RBI single in the first. 9 hits for the Angels through an inning and 2/3, leading at 8-0. Ground ball to the right side. Peterson out at shallow right is there. That'll do it for the Angels. They add 3, and more importantly, one of those 3 courtesy of the bat of Albert Pujols. Fittingly enough, yet another extra base hit in his career. An RBI double, now 1 hit shy of 3,000. Halos up 8-0 as we start the third. Albert Pujols 1 for 2 tonight, 1 hit shy of 3,000. He could become the second Dominican-born player to get to the 3,000 hit plateau and become the 4th player in Major League Baseball history to hit 600+ home runs and have 3,000 or more hits. That would join Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Alex Rodriguez.
Pretty good category. Great names to be connected with.
Here in the third, Alvarez, Santander, and Cisco. Good off speed pitch, 1-2. Alvarez comes in batting .234, 6 home runs, 13 runs batted in. And the reason I said fittingly enough an extra base hit for Albert, it's because when you start looking at the overall body of work, once he gets to 3,000 hits, and obviously whether it's tonight or tomorrow or whenever, Alvarez fouling it back, he will have the highest percentage of his hits, of those 3,000 plus hits, go for extra base hits. 42% of his hits.
He's been an MVP multiple times, a multiple world champion.
Alvarez bouncing this one to Albert. He's feeling pretty good from his keister. Throws to first, and they got him. That's how good he's feeling tonight.
Is that a spin move also?
That's degree of difficulty.
Yes.
He went down, unlike Akil Morris last night. 1 out.
Now let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota for Albert Pujols. Mentioned he's also won a number of Gold Gloves. The spin move and then the flip to Berea, covering the base. Perfect feed from the dirt for Albert. He made it look easy.
It was planned that way.
Yes.
Good off-speed pitch. Santander cutting through it, switch hitting right fielder. The night off last night. Although he came up and pinch hit last night, drew a walk in the ninth inning and scored one of the 5 runs. 205 batting average. That's what you were talking about earlier. Throwing inside, kind of get hitters off the plate, or thinking at least in off the plate.
Because it opens up the outer part of the plate, or you can back it up with another fastball in if you want. And you get swings like that. You have to make a hitter uncomfortable in the batter's box. That's what we liked about it. We even saw him in spring training a lot. And so far even at the major league level for Berea, he will pitch inside. He has a good idea what he wants to do on that mound.
Pulled over to Albert. Told you, he's got it. 2 down.
And Albert said, hey, youngster, that's why you get to that base quickly. I can save a few steps here. Get over to that bag. That's where you're supposed to. Anything hit on that right side of the infield, be there.
Two outs, nobody on. It's Chance Cisco at the plate. Beach ball out on the warning track at right field. To Chance Cisco got the start in the opening game of the series on Tuesday night. Ended up going 0 for 2. Was taken out of the game after he ran into the elbow of Pedro Alvarez on a foul pop-up in front of the Angels dugout. Sat out last night with Caleb Joseph instead getting the start. Back in there tonight. Pulls this one to second base. Gensler's got it. A 1-2-3 very economical inning for Jaime Berea. We're through 3 here at the Big A, and the Angels lead at 8-0.
Curry, and all eyes are on Albert Pujols tonight as he is one hit shy of 3,000, and you can feel the excitement in this stadium, especially after that after his 2 RBI double. But when talking to his teammates before the game, there was a common theme. They all acknowledge how surreal that it's been watching him hit all these milestones. But the theme is what makes Albert so special is that he wants to help his teammates get better. Mike Trout said he's been his mentor since day one. He knows his swing so well that when he's not seeing the ball, he wants to help him. Ohtani said he's been helping him before the season started when they worked here in Orange County. But all of his teammates said it's the person and teammate he is off the field, Gooby, that makes him so special.
Well, that's the thing, you know, we talked about even the pregame show today about his machine-like atmosphere every single day coming into work, focused on getting his swing together and helping his teammates be better. And he certainly has helped Mike Trout become the elite player that he has become. Trout has a ton of talent, but Albert being around has definitely helped him.
8-9-1 for the Angels against Castro, Calhoun, Maldonado, and Kinsler. I know it was a topic that we've brought up over the years, especially since the signing of Pujols. And there's no doubt that when Trout got to the big leagues, supremely talented baseball player. 2 balls and a strike now. And a lot was made of the contract that Albert signed, obviously, because of the big number and what he had accomplished in St. Louis, and leaving there to come here. But I don't know that you could ever quantify what he has meant to the maturation process of Mike Trout at the major league level. It's one thing to have the talent and bring it up, but it's another to take that talent to a different level. And we kid you not, those 2 guys, Trout and Pujols, are 2 peas in a pod. They sit down in the tunnels. One guy's on the tee, the other guy's watching. Then they flip. They talk in the batting cages. And it's been that way for years. It's invaluable as Cole picks up the base hit. And that's to me, the unfortunate part when you start talking about the national picture and why Albert doesn't get the play that he should be getting now, 3,600. Those are the things that don't necessarily get talked about. And it's scary to think that now with the addition of Shohei Ohtani, that Mike Trout is that guy passing along the knowledge and getting acclimated. So you go from superstar to a budding superstar in Shohei Ohtani. To have that reference is just invaluable.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose, Victor. I think when you have talent, but to be able to sustain those type of numbers, you need somebody to be able to constantly have that ability to ask a question. And Albert Pujols has been great for a long period of time. Mike Trout has been great for this period of time he's been wearing that Angel uniform. But to get to that next level, there's always that question you're going to ask as a young hitter. What do I got to do? What adjustments do I got to make? What am I going to do during the offseason to be a better player? And Albert's around Mike Trout all the time. Like you mentioned, they are together all the time. And the conversations for superstars, to get superstars to be even go to that next level, that's exactly what Albert has made Mike Trout, and you mentioned it, talking with Shohei Ohtani to get him to that next level. First person, he's looking over Cole Calhoun. He's fist pumping him there because he got a base hit. He knows he's struggling. But that's a big hit there for Cole Calhoun. You learn that from the veterans, especially superstar veterans. It's really started out with Torrey Hunter, passed that torch over to Albert Pujols, and Albert has really taken Trout to that next level.
And it's easy to talk, just to put a little bow on it, talk about Albert and the baseball side of things. But it's when you talk about Albert in St. Louis at the peak of his career and all of the accolades that he had accomplished, as Maldonado cuts through this one. And there's out number 1. That'll bring up Kinsler. To forget about the baseball side of things for a moment, but to be able to share with Trout, hey, these are going to be the expectations of you. If you continue to put up these numbers and continue to be compared to the Mickey Mantles of the world and all the greats and Hall of Famers, this is what's to be expected of you. And I think those are the things that don't get talked about that often. How to treat your teammates, how to treat the fans. And Trout, to me, I've never seen a superstar like Mike Trout treat fans the way Trout does. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're on the road. He's in the on-deck circle batting second. As the pitcher's warming up for the game, he's signing autographs, taking pictures.
And how many times have we shown over the years when especially on the road, he's signing an autograph and a young fan is going crazy running to his parents to say, I got an autograph from Mike Trout. But again, it's the work ethic for Albert Pujols that Trout sees on a daily basis. You would think all these numbers that Albert has put up, you would think this kind of coast through it. You know what you're doing, but he's working hard every day, and everyone sees that in the entire clubhouse.
I hope others, fans, not just in Southern California, but throughout the country, get a deeper appreciation of what Albert has done in this game and what he has accomplished as a right-handed batter and at the field, for the most part. Kinsler foul tips Allen at the mid.
Great ones have respect from their teammates, have impeccable work ethics, and Albert is at the top of that list.
Kinsler with a walk and a double and a couple of runs scored. Angels with 5 in the first and 3 in the second.
Well, Ian Kinsler, a .346 career hitter against Baltimore. That's the highest by any player with at least 300 at bats since Ted Williams. So Kinsler already with a walk and a double in this game. 3-2 count here now.
Watch out. Missed inside. Now it's a 3-2 count apparently. Castro took over in the second inning for Tillman, who ended up going 1 inning plus 2 batters, 7 hits, 1 walk, 7 runs all earned. Cole's on the move. Kinsler pulls a foul. Ten hits tonight for the Angels. We're in the third with 1 out. Cole again takes off. Kinsler strikes out. The throw to second. A good one, and they got Calhoun. Cole doesn't think so. Scioscia will have a look at it. Pretty good throw by Chance Sisco.
We talked about that arm he has. We're at 50%.
I think he may have gotten in there, no? There's a tag look. I got him on the side of the back.
There's a better angle. It's going to be a tough angle right there. Did he get the tag in? I think he might have gotten his hand in there.
I think the other one, you might see the hand. Nope, they're not going to challenge it, so they're going to move on. So to strike him out, throw him out, and we played 3. Here at the Big A, the Angels on top by the score of 8-0. Coming up for the Baltimore Orioles, Mancini, Peterson, and Machado. Berea has faced the minimum 9 courtesy of a double play ball that he threw in the second inning after walking Chris Davis. Mancini lined out to Kinsler in the first, so he's 0 for 1.
6 outs via the ground ball so far in this game for Berea.
Down the line, backhanded by Valbuena. Another ground ball out for Berea. Let's go back to the Kinsler at bat because we thought it was a 3-2 count. We're going to give you the old pitch by pitch. There's ball 1. And that looks like a strike. 1-1. 2-1. 2-2. 3-2, allegedly. That should have been ball 4.
We were both thinking the same thing. I said, wait a minute, how did we miss that? I know we're all excited about Albert tonight.
But nobody said anything.
No.
Not even the hitters usually know the count.
Yeah. I think Ian realized he's a .346 career hit against Baltimore. He might have swung the bat. Walk.
Exactly. Jace Peterson struck out looking in the first. The only punch out for Jaime Berea to go with 1 walk. (3-0). Four-pitch walk. Second free pass issued by Berea, and will bring up Machado. Hey, come celebrate Star Wars night with your Angels with the Rays in town. That's Friday, May 18th at 7:07. Fans in attendance will take home a Han Solo Rally Monkey while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. What was he last year? Was he a stormtrooper last year?
Yeah, I think he was a stormtrooper last year.
What's coming? What's the 17th edition of Star Wars coming out this year?
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Just Solo, right?
Yes.
Not Han?
No. Han Solo. Solo.
Man at first now. Machado saw 1 pitch and hit a fly ball to right in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1.
He was a Rebel pilot last year.
Oh.
We're being told.
They all run together now.
Albert Pujols will be batting 3rd next inning.
One ball, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch popped him up. Simmons and Kinsler. Andrelton will take it. 2 down.
You get a lot of those pop-ups on change-ups against Berea.
.45 pitches for the right-hander. He was still in the first inning the last start at 45 pitches. We're in the 4th with 2 outs.
He did throw a lot of strikes in his 45, though.
Charles Nagy was great. Asked him that night because that was a getaway day, right?
Yes.
Went to Houston. Yeah, Houston. What did you say to Berea when he got the out of Brandon Belt? Because I ran out there, I said, man, that was awesome. You know how many strikes you just threw in a row? Keep it up. What else can you say?
Exactly.
All you're really out there is for him to catch his breath. Bouncer to third. Valbuena backs up. He'll go the short way. And they force out Peterson. So Jaime Barria's done a nice job. Just 2 base runners. Pujols due up third. 1 hit shy of 3,000.
Rips it fair. Hit number 2,000 down into the corner. And with this double, Pujols joins Stan the Man, Brock, Hornsby, and Slaughter as Cardinals with 2,000 hits.
It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Angels on top by the score of 8-0. Albert tonight 1 for 2. Grounded out in the 1st inning. Had a 2 RBI double in the 2nd. Now sitting at 2,999 career hits. He is due up third. Trout, Upton, then Albert.
That deep breath by Albert. The focus, as always, for Pujols.
Trout tonight, a triple, single, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. Good breaking ball, 1-2. And that's out toward right. Santander was playing deep, has to come in on it. 1 down.
Let's jam them enough on that one.
It'll bring up Upton. Upton 2 for 2, a double and a single. He's also scored twice.
Really starting to get locked in himself.
Down the right field line, slicing away and toward the seats. Out of play. 0-2.
Well, what's going through Albert's mind right now as he's on that on-deck circle? He can't wait to get into that batter's box. Remember being in that dugout visiting side when George Brett got his 3,000 hit here in this ballpark. His focus, very similar. Great work ethics, tremendous hitters.
One and two. Going back outside. It's pulled down the line and just foul. Roberto Ortiz, the third base umpire, with the call.
Right on it. And able to make the call and get out of the way also.
Two. Three infielders on the left side. Orioles have been implementing the shift quite a bit in the series. Although they didn't against Albert in his first inning at bat.
Yep.
Had they played this shift, it would have been a bouncing single to right field.
Just got that feeling that Albert's going to be swinging that first pitch. Castro throws a lot of first pitch fastballs. Trying to make history on that very first fastball he sees this coming at bat.
Now the 2-2. That's line to left field. You talk about getting locked in. That's a three-hit game for Upton. That ball was scalded. And here comes Albert. One hit shy of 3,000, and they're on their feet here at the Big A.
Number 5, Albert Pujols.
Albert's wife Deidre with the phone out, videoing. Castro ready, the first one. Upstairs to the breaking ball. The ground out. A 2 RBI double for Pujols. Mentioned tonight his 900th game wearing the Angels uniform.
Back-to-back high breaking balls. Certainly one of those great hitters, counts for a great hitter in Albert Pujols.
2,073 hits as a Cardinal, 926 as an Angel. Now the 2-0. Pulls out with foul.
I think he was looking fastball there.
Yeah. Got it. It just sailed up and in on him. Two-one count with Upton at first. Here's the pitch. Off speed, skied foul. This one down the left field line and hooking out of play. Just out in front of it. Trying to become the 4th Major League Baseball player in history to have at least 600 home runs and 3,000 hits. We're ready again, the 2-2. That's pulled foul. Just behind Dino Evil.
He's pretty locked in there. He's getting that bat head out quickly here in this at bat. Pulled 3 baseballs.
Seen a couple of milestones already wearing the Angels uniform. Home run number 500 at Nationals Park in D.C. Career home run number 600 here last year against Irvin Santana. The 2-2 breaking ball fouled it back. That was a good pitch too, down and away.
Yeah, that's when you know you're getting locked in. Albert has been locked in using that lower part of his body for leverage. Able to get that barrel of the bat out quicker.
They do play the shift with 3 on the left. Breaking ball fouled off. Well, last year, he had a couple of foul balls against Irvin Santana before Irvin made that mistake. Ended up for a grand slam down the left field line.
We've always said Albert's such workmanlike as far as his approach at the plate. This has been a tough battle at the plate. Maybe this is the one where he gets that mistake.
Castro ready, the 2-2. That's up and in, it hits him. Two on, 1 out.
Albert tried to turn out of the way, gets him in the hip.
First one to Ohtani. Outside. Shohei 1 for 2. An RBI single in the first inning. Struck out against Castro in the second.
And Ohtani makes such good adjustments. Remember that last time up, some pitches away, change up fastballs away from Castro versus Ohtani. He's tracking away.
Off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
And he's seeing those pitches much better this time. Looking at the outer part of the plate. That was pretty cool watching Albert at the plate there. A lot of pitches thrown, some good swings out in front, a couple of them. Pretty good changeup again from Castro.
Now the 2-1. 3-1. Simmons on deck. And they're loaded up for Simmons. Gibbons ready to go in the bullpen. Here comes Buck Showalter. And that's going to be it for Miguel Castro. Second pitching change of the game for the Orioles. This one comes with 1 out in the 4th as Castro will depart. With 3 base runners on board, Angels on top 8-0.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. By Carl's Jr., the Western Bacon Cheeseburger is calling your name, little buddy. Pick it up. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers.
Halos up 8-0, looking for more here in the fourth inning. Bases are loaded. And it's Michael Gibbons taking over for Baltimore. This pitching change brought to you by Purple Bricks. This will be the 13th appearance of the season for Gibbons. No record of .461 ERA. 19 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 3 2/3 innings. First appearance of the series.
He's got a good fastball, 92, 98. He'll throw a slider, changeup.
No place to put him. First one to Simba. Slider outside. Upton standing at third. Pujols at second. Ohtani at first base. By the way, Miguel Castro heard some boos as he walked off the field after plunking Albert Pujols. That's lined out toward right center field. That should bring home 2. Upton coming home. Here comes Pujols. Simmons on his way to second. His second double of the night, and it's 10-0 Angels.
So he's going a little double-double. Couple RBI on that double for Simba. And he uses the field so well, Anderson Simmons. He'll hit the ball to center, right field, left field, stays back on the baseball well. He has turned into a very, very good hitter wearing that Angel uniform.
There's Valbuena, second and third. He'll swing at the first pitch up the middle. Peterson can't come up with it. Ohtani will score. Here comes Simmons. 12-0 Angels.
Luis Valbuena, a 2 RBI single, his second hit of the game. This was third RBI. With the infield in, you have a greater chance of getting that base hit by an infielder. And he's able to do so, drive it in two with that single.
The only out recorded in this inning was Trout's fly ball to right. There's Cole Calhoun, is 1 for 2, singled up the middle. His last at bat. Ground ball toward third. Alvarez goes to Machado. It's a 5-6-3 inning-ending double play. The Angels add 4. We're off to the 5th inning. It's a 12-0 Angels lead.
where Albert Pujols is looking for 3,000 career hits. Ichiro is stepping away from Seattle for this season, but Ichiro, what a fantastic career he had and has with that throwing arm, is going to steal the base hits, picking up that 3,000th hit as a member of the Miami Marlins. Ichiro.
2001 American League MVP and Rookie of the Year, and although they said that he is not retiring, he's going to be a special assistant to the Mariners, the odds are that the full career may be coming to an end. What's that put him in 2024 Hall of Fame?
Yeah, 262 hits that one year. That's unbelievable.
I was there for the record-setting hit. It was against the Texas Rangers, and I believe it was Ryan Drees on the mound, and it was a typical Ichiro hit. Little flare out the shallow left field, maybe 15-20 feet beyond shortstop.
What an amazing player. And his throwing arm out in the outfield, wow. And everyone said during batting practice he would just crush home runs at will. But he wanted to make sure he put himself in good position to make good contact, utilize the whole field. That's why he was able to put up those amazing numbers. Congrats on a great career, Ichiro, at least through this season.
1-2 to Davis, way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davis, Trumbo, and Alvarez. Davis walked into second.
Yeah, he tried to get him to chase that changeup on a 3-2 changeup out of the strike zone. Did not go after it. That's a good changeup there.
Got him swinging. Down goes Davis. Second strikeout of the night for Jaime Barria.
After that changeup at just the lower part of the strike zone, he fouled off and came back with another changeup. This time expanded the strike zone and got a swing and miss with his changeup. He's able to turn that changeup over, runs it down and away against lefty. Both strikeouts tonight for Barria have been on a changeup. One looking, one swinging.
The breaking ball fools Trumbo. Mark grounded into the 6-3 inning-ending double play in the second, so he's 0 for 1. Chopper toward short. 2 down.
Even though it's a routine play for Anderson Simmons, he knew exactly when to be able to come in on that baseball. Sometimes you wait back, get a trickier hop, and Trumbo could beat that one out. He came in on it, under control, and able to get the second out. Another ground ball out for Barria.
So 2 outs, nobody on. There's Pedro Alvarez. Grounded out to Albert into third.
That good changeup again, even though your hitter sitting back looking fastball, got a changeup. Hitter, especially when you look up, you see a 12-0 game, you're anticipating getting some more fastballs, but that's not part of Barria's game. His mindset is still it's a 0-0 game, and that's the way you have to pitch.
1-2. Well, the 2 base runners have reached so far against Barria. Both walks. Davis into second. Chase Peterson on 4 pitches in the 4th. Almost got him to chase that one.
So one of those close enough pitches where you see a hitter thinking about swinging, you come right back with it again.
They did.
And then same thing with Martin Maldonado. He's alerting Albert Pujols that a baseball could be hit his way, especially coming changeup. Maldonado gave that sign over there that behind Alvarez, it is potentially he could be out in front and roll over on a changeup.
Another 2-2 from Jaime. Bouncer over to first. Albert backs up on it, drops the baseball. And Alvarez will reach on will more than likely be an error on Pujols.
Boy, Albert's made a lot of really good defensive plays in this game. It was a tough hop he had.
Right fielder, number 25.
Just lost it on the transfer.
Gave him a base hit.
It's an error. Don't worry about the board. That's wrong. It's an error. That's why you heard some of the boos. Albert's third of the year, so Alvarez over at first base. Here's Anthony Santander. He grounded out to Pujols in the third. Pulled, and this one gloved by Pujols.
Why not, Albert?
We're through 5, and Jaime Barria has been dealing. The Angels on top 12-0. Pacific with the Tigers taking on the Royals. Then at 4 Pacific, Cody Bellinger, the Dodgers face off with the Padres. Catch it all Saturday on FS1 or stream it live on Fox Sports Go. A Dodgers-Padres game down in Mexico.
Yes.
Jaime Barria, a nice job through 5 innings, having just allowed 2 base runners, 3. 2 walks and the error by Pujols. That is all. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks for the young 21-year-old from Panama. 9-1-2 for the Angels here in the bottom of the 5th, up 12-0. Maldonado 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center to strikeout.
Six hits already in this series for Maldonado.
Down and in. 3-1. Missed inside. There's a leadoff walk. They'll bring up Kinsler. Hey folks, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. A walk, a double, and a strikeout for Kinsler. Two balls, no strikes. Gibbons wanting to know where that pitcher's at. Both of them go in off the plate.
Well, you think about the way Gibbons is throwing a lot of those fastballs that running in. When Albert gets to the plate at some point, whether it's this inning or next against him, that's right into his swing path.
2-1. A pop-up, first base side, headed toward the seats. Fly ball out to right. Santander comes in on it. One down. Brings up Trout. Single, a triple, and a fly ball to right for Mike.
Center fielder, number 27, Manfred.
Back up the middle. Peterson playing up the middle. Turns it into a 4-3 inning-ending double play. 5 complete here at the Big A. The Angels on top, 12-0. Hyundai. Get a great deal more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app today for great deals. And by Purple Bricks. Save thousands when you buy or sell your home. Go to purplebricks.com. Beautiful night for baseball, and we've seen some exciting baseball so far through the first 5 innings. The Angels lead this one 12-0. Jaime Barria, the 21-year-old from Panama, 62 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 innings of work, and he's allowed just 3 base runners. None via the hit. 2 walks and 1 strikeout, 1 error. That was Pujols with 2 outs in the 5th. He'll face 9, 1, and 2. Cisco, Mancini, and Peterson. First one for a strike. Chance Cisco, the catcher, grounded out to Kinsler to end the 3rd. So he's 0 for 1.
Good changeup after a fastball away.
Lays off.
He's faced 18 batters in this game, Barria. He's thrown 12 first pitch strikes.
Two on. This is pulled and gloved by Pujols to the backhand. Barria is there. 1 down.
Well, Albert's been outstanding at first base. We talked about corner infielders with a pitcher with a great changeup. Left-handed batters have a chance to be out in front and pull the baseball, and Albert's been busy. Same thing over there at third base for a right-handed batter, pulling it. Albert on another good play, flipping over to Barria, get that first out. Another ground ball out for Barria as he continues to deal.
Mancini a swing and a miss. The left fielder lined out to Kinsler in the 1st, grounded out to Valbuena in the 4th. Oh, 1 downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great crowd tonight. The old festive ponchos.
Yes.
Handed out. It's been a rather festive atmosphere.
You mentioned that on the opening day. Festive.
Check swing foul, 1 and 2. Albert in his quest to get to 3,000 hits is 1 shy of a 2 RBI double in the 2nd to get to 29.99. Grounded out his first AB, was hit by a pitch on a 2-2 count in the 4th.
Coming up second.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, little soft liner, and that'll fall into right center field. That was a breaking ball that was up, one of the few that he's left up. That's the first hit of the night. Allowed by Barria, and he'll get a nice round of applause
from the crowd and his teammates.
Second baseman, number 29, James Peterson.
Jace Peterson with a strikeout and a walk. Bounces this one slowly to Kinsler. His only play is going to be the 1st. 2 outs.
Just another ground ball out for Barria. He has thrown the ball excellent. And this breaking ball that backed up, and you see reaction from Jaime Barria. So often you hear pitchers say, well, I wasn't even thinking about the no-hitter until the 8th inning. I'm like, no, you weren't. You were thinking about it after 1 batter. And you can tell Barria was, and he's thrown so many really good pitches in this game. That one that backed up on him ended up being the first hit of the game against him. Here we are in the 6th inning.
Machado bouncing the first one toward third base, and Valbuena will let it go foul. Manny so far tonight, fly ball to right, pop up to short. 0 for 2. Came in batting .353 with 9 home runs and 25 runs batted in. Halos in this one with 5 in the first, 3 in the second, and 4 in the fourth. To play here in the 6th inning right now.
A couple good fastballs against Machado. Threw that one off the plate. We talked about that need for Barria to do so. We saw it a lot in spring. 21-year-old challenging one of the best hitters in baseball with a fastball off the plate in.
It's one of the things you heard about Barria coming up through the system, and even this year, no fear. Not going to wow you with the radar gun, but just knows how to pitch, or has been able to do so at each of the levels. That one's downstairs, 1 and 2. Albert due up second. The Angels get back to the dugout. 1-2. Dribbler foul.
The stadium will be electric in the bottom of this 6th inning, with Albert Pujols coming up second.
Reaching for this one out to left field, a base hit. Being waved around is Mancini. The throw to the plate by Upton gets cut off, and the Orioles get on the board. It is 12-1 Angels. Machado picks up his 26th run batted in.
Talk about having a magical start of a season. Manny Machado continues to swing the bat well. .77 pitches now for Barria. Very economical. 52 of those have been strikes. Very good ratio for the youngster. Machado with that RBI, 17 RBI in the last 14 games.
Good off-speed pitch to Jones. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Ground ball to second, the fielder's choice. Machado over at first base. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 hits in the inning for Baltimore.
Good block there for Maldonado. No one, especially ahead of the count, you're going to try to expand and get him to chase something out of the strike zone.
Just at 80 pitches with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. Line to right field, left that one up. 3rd hit allowed now, so 2 on with 2 outs.
All of a sudden the pace even slowing down a little bit for Jaime Barria. Good conversation now between Martin Maldonado and Anderson Simmons for the youngster. Might see some movement, some stretching going on down in the bullpen. And there's the call down to the bullpen.
Blake Parker looks like he's going to be the first man up. Noe Ramirez with the weighted baseball there in front. Pitched last night, the perfect inning. Davis shooting one to left field, another base hit. Machado's going to be waved around. Here comes the throw from Upton, trickling home and safe at the plate. I thought the ball beat him there. Kind of an odd tag by Martin Maldonado. Kind of sat back a little bit. But an RBI single, and it's 12-2.
He charged it well. And this throw ends up being a low throw. Trying to be able to catch that quickly, you got to give that path for the slide in for the base runner. Yep. He's able to get that foot in.
And that ball seemed to tail more toward the runner. It's difficult for Maldonado to catch and tag all in one motion. Barria just trying to get through this 6th inning. Really, the one pitch you'd like to have back is that 2-strike breaking ball that he hung on Mancini. Get through that one. It's 2 outs with nobody on. You still got the no intact. Perhaps the adrenaline still pumping. He's left some pitches up in the zone since then. Davis picks up his 8th run batted in. Here's trouble twice. He's chopped one on the ground. Sails up and in.
One thing you want from Barria is to make sure you get this last out to end on a very positive note. More than likely his last batter here.
Cute foul.
But really the best pitch to throw to a hitter like Mark Trumbo now as he's trying to get his timing together. Something off speed. That was a good one right there. .22 pitches thrown this inning for Barria. Prior to that inning, very, very economical through the first 5.
Ground ball to short should do it. Simmons goes on to first. 2 runs in for Baltimore here in the 6th inning. It's 12-2 Halos as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Albert Pujols looking for hit number 3,000 is due up 2nd. RBI double by Pujols.
And wanted it back by the machine, Albert Pujols. Now his 2,500th career hit for Pujols, a huge one for the Halos.
It's a great accomplishment. You know, like I say, you know, it's one of those things that I share with so many people. You know, that help me along my way.
The bottom of the 6th inning, Albert due up second. Michael Givens back out on the mound. He'll get Upton first before Albert, then Shohei Ohtani. Up to tonight, 3 for 3. 2 singles, a double, an RBI, and 3 runs scored.
Yeah, Vic, that's the pitch, right? I think that Albert's going to get this at bat coming up, that running fastball in, and that's a perfect pitch for Albert to do the damage and get that historical hit.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Action now, the Orioles pen just now beginning. Givens has worked an inning in 2/3. 3-2. Upton strikes out swinging, 1 down.
First baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Brian Gorman, the crew chief, with the official baseballs for the potential momentous occasion. 1 for 2. 2 RBI double in the second. Hit by a pitch his last time up. Here's the first one from Givens, and that is in there for a strike.
And that's that zone where Albert is so effective driving that baseball.
Shift is on, 3 infielders on the left side. They're on their feet here at the Big A. Missed inside. Evens the count at 1-1.
Albert 1 for 2 versus Givens.
Outfield straight around. Cisco sets up outside the 1-1. Foul back. And that fastball up and in. 1-2. One-two now. And that's popped up. Davis drifting over into foul territory. 2 outs. Buck Showalter out of the dugout heading to the mound. It might be all for Givens. With the left-hander Ohtani due up. No call has been made as of yet to the bullpen. And there it is. So a pitching change with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Albert still sitting at 29-99. The Angels up 12-2. It's a 107 start. The first 20,000 adults in attendance will receive a Mother's Day sun hat courtesy of Timeless Skincare while supplies last. More information, go to angels.com. Richard Blyer takes over on the bump from Michael Gibbons with 2 outs in the 6th. Facing Shohei Ohtani. Shohei takes downstairs. 1 for 2 games so far for Ohtani. RBI single with a run scored in the first, a strikeout in the second, walked and scored in the 4th. 2 balls, no strikes. 14th appearance of the year for Blyer, 2nd of the series. He's 2-0 with a .50 earned run average.
With the lefty on the mound, the shift still on against Ohtani. Blyer pitching a lot of pitches away against him. A lot of room on that left side.
3-1. Takes a strike, full count. Payoff, bouncer back up the middle. Machado has it go off his glove. It trickles into shallow center. Ohtani with his 2nd hit.
Alfredo said, hey, you're good. Stay at first. Base hit against a left-handed pitcher. Had great numbers in his career versus lefties over in Japan. Stayed back on that one well, right back up the middle. Machado, even if he's able to field that cleanly, he's not going to be able to throw out Ohtani running down the line.
Simmons lines one toward short. Machado's got it. And the 6th inning is in the books. We're off to the 7th here at the Big A. Looks like Jaime Barria may be down, but the Angels still on top 12-2. You can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app and take Fox Sports West and Angels baseball with you wherever you go. It's presented by T-Mobile. Top of the 7th, a couple of changes for the Angels. We mentioned the one on the mound. Blake Parker taking over. This will be his 15th appearance, has an ERA of 4.40. And he's going to face the bottom 3rd of the order for the Orioles. He'll have a new left fielder as Chris Young replaces Justin Upton. Upton finishes the game going 3 for 4.
Boy, he's starting to swing the bat well, which is a good sign going up there to Seattle.
Alvarez, Santander, and Cisco due out for Baltimore. Alvarez over 2. Breached out of the air by Pujols in his last plate appearance. Two and one.
It's splitty there from Parker. That's what you want to see from his split finger fastball. It goes straight down. Sometimes that splitters kind of have that lateral movement.
Two. Went around. Down goes Alvarez. Maldonado's got to throw down to first to complete the strikeout. One away.
Even better one there, especially on a 2-2 count. See the split grip. Running down and away. Perfect location to get that swing and miss. Looks like a strike. Ends up being well out of the strike zone.
Santander's 0 for 2. Jaime Barria, by the way, 6 innings tonight, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 runs. Both earned.
Threw the ball very well again tonight. Boy, he hit his spot. There was a good target set up high by Maldonado for Blake Parker, and he hit it. Santander late on it, fouled that one off. Now after high fastball, you can try that splitter now.
One and two. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now looking ahead to the Angels in the 7th and 8th innings. If you're wondering where Albert is at and whether or not he gets a plate appearance the rest of the way, as long as the Angels don't go down in order in the 7th and 8th, Pujols should get one more plate appearance. Down goes Santander. 2 outs.
Back-to-back strikeouts in this inning for Parker. Ran that fastball upstairs and gets a swing and miss. After a couple splitters, did Santander not go out? Didn't go after. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Just like we were talking about yesterday in the pregame show, Victor, that four-seam fastball upstairs, very difficult for hitters to catch up to. That's why you're seeing those punch-outs. Got the wave going here.
Festive one.
Yes, it is a festive one.
Yeah.
You can never get enough festive in one day.
Why do people get so chapped about the wave? Especially like on Twitter. Who cares?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. The old get off my lawn crowd. 0-1. 0-2.
Not only his splitter's been good, his curveball also.
Coming our way, Gooby. You ready?
Yes.
Hey, let me sit. Woo! Just to chap everybody off at home. Who doesn't like the wave? 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, we might have another shot here.
12-2. Angels on top. We're in the 7th. Cisco's over 2 with a couple of ground outs. 1-2. Got him swinging. Parker strikes out the side. Stretch time here at the Big A. Angels all over the Orioles. California Toyota dealers. Halos on top 12-2 as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up at Valbuena, Calhoun, and Maldonado.
Valbuena's had himself a solid game, a couple hits tonight.
2 singles, 2 RBIs. Blyer still in the game. Delivers a strike.
We got 3 RBI for Valbuena in this game.
Bouncer. Alfredo Griffin.
Yes, Alfredo. with the play on that one. It's a pretty good toss he threw. Always a bit of smile on his face. Alfredo.
They'll dribble right side. That's going to be an infield base hit. How about that?
I can't wait to see that reaction when he gets back to the base to his guys in the dugout.
I want to know if he bat flipped.
Off the end of the bat, well placed.
Put it in that Bobby Abreu gear.
Yes.
Smelling that infield base hit.
Yep. And in just in a few more minutes, that's going to look like a line drive in the box score.
3-hit game for Luis. That's the 15th hit for the Angels tonight. Here's Cole. He has one of them. Base knock in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 3 tonight.
First 3-hit game for Luis Valbuena since May 12, 2017 for Valbuena.
Ground ball over second base. Bobbled by Peterson, so it's only placed to first. Valbuena ends up at second, so fielder's choice. 1 out. Check that. Not a fielder's choice, just a ground out. And Martin Maldonado coming up. Maldonado 0 for 2. He'll draw a walk in his last plate appearance. Oh, 2. Fouled off the foot.
Oh, a lot of pitches in off the plate against Martin. Trying to walk that one off, fouled it off his foot. See where this got him. Right off the shin. And then down to the foot. We talked about it many times. It's about as tough as anybody in the game, Maldonado. What does his t-shirt say again? About something about it hurts all the time or something like that? Everything hurts.
Everything hurts.
Yes. Well, yes.
Think they're going to pitch him inside?
Well, definitely.
Slider down and in?
Yes.
Go away, and they got him looking.
I think he was anticipating as a catcher. That's what hit the side he would have put down.
So 2 outs. Valbuena still at second base. Here comes Kinsler. He had tonight a walk, a double, A strikeout and a fly ball to right. 1 for 3. A couple of runs scored. Caught the inside corner. 1-2. Well, if it stays like this in the bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Trout, Young, and Pujols. Perhaps he just gets up to going here with 2 outs. It will happen in the 7th, but he'll get another plate appearance.
Yep.
One-two. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little nervous there when Calhoun bounced one over to Peterson, because if he comes up with that cleanly, perhaps it's a double play. And you're back into that situation where you need somebody to get on board, either Maldonado or somebody in the 8th inning. Called strike 3. Kinsler goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blyer. We'll head to the 8th with the Angels on top.
To 2. Wow, 22 runs the past 2 games for the Halos. I'm Patrick O'Neill alongside Jose Mota after the game. Angels Live brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers. The good news, Jose, is one more at-bat for La Máquina.
It's been a great environment all through the night here at the Big A as the Angels close out this homestand. La Máquina always in focus. Fans on their feet. La Máquina going right down that line against a fellow Dominican, of course. And he's had some good at-bats, so let's feel good about the Angels scoring a lot of runs. Still some at-bat there for him, and certainly we know what's in his mind and everybody's mind.
All the reaction coming up after the game. As a matter of fact, I got to get back inside so I have a chance to see history live. Let's go back up to Victor and Mark.
Nice lot patio. Albert over at first base. Having some fun with Wayne Kirby, the first base coach for the Orioles. 12-2 here in the 8th inning. Akil Morris takes over on the mound. Pitched last night, went 1 inning, and command was an issue. Ended up walking 2 and was charged with a run in his 1 inning of relief.
1 inning pitch, 3 strikeouts, 15.
Blake Parker, 1 inning, 3 strikeouts. Line to center field, and that is going to fall in there for a base hit. So the leadoff man is on board.
56, day warming for all.
Hey, join us Friday, May 11th. Angels taking on the Twins at 7:07. Take home an Andrelton Simmons bobblehead, courtesy of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. And CD on board for his 2nd consecutive at-bat. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Here's Peterson. Second baseman. 0 for 2 with a walk.
Change up from Morris once again, a very good one. Trying to get the hitters to chase it though.
One and 2.
Jammed with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Looks like he has him set up now for his changeup.
One, two. This is the last game still being played. Seattle ended up defeating Oakland tonight 4-1. Sean Manaea got the start. American League Pitcher of the Month for April. Got beat. This one's pulled foul.
What his ERA was just a little over 1 coming into that.
Yeah.
He's so good in the month of April.
Houston lost to the Yankees 6-5 earlier today. Kansas City over Detroit 10-6. Cleveland over Toronto 13-4 in the second game of the double dip. They lost the first one to Toronto 13-11. Down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Texas beat Boston 11-5 in Arlington. 12-2 here. 5 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the fourth. Baltimore getting 2 in the sixth.
Trying to get that first out of this inning.
Machado on deck. Missed in. Full count.
Nine pitch at bat already for Peterson versus Mars.
That's ripped to right field, a base hit. Changeup that was up. So back-to-back hits as Mancini will head to third. And again, like we saw last night, the last thing you want to do is give the Orioles any opportunity of sniffing a comeback. Tough to do when you're pitching from behind. You got a very aggressive team at the plate. Machado with an RBI single in the 6th inning. 1 for 3 tonight. Off speed, pulled foul. That was a poorly located off speed pitch.
Fortunate enough he was out in front. He couldn't keep that fair. Looking for that ground ball double play here.
Foul tipped into the mid. 0-2.
Best fastball there from Morris. 94.
line to right. So 3 straight hits to start the 8th. The run comes in. It's 12-3. Again, another pitch that was up in the zone. Too good of a pitch, especially to a guy like Machado, who picks up his 2nd RBI of the game.
You see how well he changes his approach with 2 strikes. And this season alone for Machado, his approach with 2 strikes has been outstanding. Shortens up, uses the big part of the field, went with the pitch, gets another hit and another RBI, 2nd RBI. He stays back on this well. He's not trying to do a whole lot. About letter high fastball, lines it in the right field for an RBI single.
So the Angels will have to get another reliever cranked up in the bullpen. This time it's Cam Bedrosian. Adam Jones takes a pitch and it's called a strike. It was up at the zone. Jones 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Ground ball under the glove. Kinsler's there. Feeds Simmons for 1. Relay to first in time. Double play.
That was a solid double play turn there. Like 2 of the best up the middle. It's Kinsler, Simmons.
Peterson ends up at 3rd base.
Right by the glove sometimes is better off when it gets by the glove, especially with this middle infield. Kinsler with the perfect quick flip over to Anderson Simmons. 4-6-3 double play.
Here's Chris Davis, 1 for 2. Pulls this one down the line. It's fair ball. Albert will take it himself, so Morris gets out of it by just allowing a run. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Albert Pujols looking for hit number 3,000. He is due up 3rd with the Angels on top.
Key for this game tonight. In the air tonight, the electricity in this ballpark, it is going to be amped up here in the 8th inning. As Albert Pujols will be coming up 3rd.
Couple of changes for the Baltimore Orioles as Darren O'Day takes over on the mound. A couple of new infielders. And Angel Villalba's the new shortstop. Craig Gentry, the new center fielder. Danny Valencia is the new right fielder. This is O'Day's first appearance of the series. 12 outings this year, 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. 15 strikeouts, 2 walks through 11 2/3.
Boy, Trout 4 for 7 against O'Day in his career with 2 home runs.
Blyer did a nice job through his inning and 2/3. Pardon me, inning and a third. 2 singles, 2 strikeouts. Trout tonight 2 for 4. Sliders outside. Chris Young on deck, then Albert. Great crowd. We mentioned 35,879, the announced crowd tonight.
Very festive crowd,
to say the least. Fastball for a strike. 1-2. O'Day's ready. It's lifted in the air on the right side. Cisco gets rid of the mask. Go down.
And everyone's staying clear of him this time around. Quick communication with Cisco and Chris Davis.
So it's Chris Young out for his first plate appearance. Took over for Upton defensively in the 7th inning. Justin finishing 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double. 3 runs scored, picked up an RBI. Young on the season, a 148 batting average, and he's 1 for 9 in his career against Darren O'Day. This low.
Albert Pujols waiting on deck. 1 for 4 in his career versus Darren O'Day.
Gone are the days where you had to have a one-piece or one solid colored glove now, huh? The days got the orange and the black working. And a foul off. 1-2. Young strikes out swinging, 2 outs. So here comes Albert. Final opportunity at home, at least on this homestand, to get to 3,000 hits.
Albert Pujols.
Rounded out of the first inning, a 2 RBI double for a 2,999th career hit. That was in the second. At a 2-2 count, and fouled off a couple of pitches before Miguel Castro hit him on the hip. Eventually scored one of the 4 runs the Angels put on the board in that 4th inning, and then he popped out in foul territory in the 6th inning.
And no shift on here with Pujols at the plate for Baltimore on the defensive side.
Here comes the first one. Bounce a foul. At the breaking ball. You mentioned Pujols has faced O'Day in his career. 1 for 4 with his walk and a strikeout. 0-1 pitch. That's a foul. 0-2. Both pitches on the inner part of the plate.
Indeed, very tough on right-handed batters.
Albert's right, Deidre looking on. Albert Sonny P. Jr. Hand over the face. The 0-2 pitch. That's out toward right. And it's playable for Danny Valencia. The Angels down in order here in the 8th, so career hit number 3,000 will have to wait until Seattle. Ahead of the 9th, Angels on top.
Of the game, Albert Pujols with a base hit double. 2,999th career hit for Albert Pujols tonight, 1 hit away from 3,000. As Albert gets a little bit closer. Had some good at-bats throughout this entire night. Unable to get 3,000 here at the Big A, but looking to do so tomorrow night in Seattle, where he's had some great numbers.
Jeffrey Marte takes over at first base for Albert. No other changes for the Angels. Trumbo fouls off the first pitch. A 1. Trumbo 0 for 3. Line to center. His 4th hit allowed by Akil Morris. This from the leadoff single. He brings up Pedro Alvarez.
Third baseman, number 24, Pedro Alvarez.
Alvarez takes outside. Morris off the mound's got it. Albers retired for the first out. MLB At Bat, your #1 Angels app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
And more, huh?
More.
Yes.
It's Anthony Santander. Moved over to left field. Last half inning. 0 for 3. Sliced foul. Down remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Halos trying to run the record to 19-12. Seattle with a victory tonight over Oakland. Up in Seattle. Find themselves at 18-12. Angels just a half game better, or trying to stay a half game better. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Astros, with the loss earlier today, are 20-13. Five-game road trip for the Angels. 3 in Seattle and 2 in Colorado after an off day on Monday.
Richards on the mound tomorrow night up in Seattle.
Orioles go up to the Bay Area and take on the A's for 3. .28 pitches thrown by Akil Morris. 1 out. Man on. 2-2.
Mentioned Garrett Richards on the mound tomorrow night. A lot of times, especially when you get in late like this, you'll see a pitcher fly ahead, but with a potential historic night tonight here at the Big A, Garrett Richards wanted to root on his teammate Albert Pujols as he tried to get hit number 3,000, got hit number 2999. Richards on the mound tomorrow night.
Skaggs going on Saturday night. Full count. Hasn't been announced officially yet, but we assume that Shohei Ohtani will go on Sunday. If he does, that'll be a Felix Hernandez Shohei Ohtani matchup.
That's a pretty good pitching matchup, don't you think? Potentially.
Potentially. This one up the middle. Simmons is there. 2 down. Trumbo moving over to third base. Here comes Chance Cisco.
Catcher number 15, Chance Cisco.
By the way, Albert Pujols 4 for 11 in his career versus Mike Leake. 364 batting average.
Slice foul. Out towards center field. Trout is there. Underneath it, light that baby up as the Angels complete the sweep of the Baltimore Orioles tonight. The victory by the final of 12-3.
I mean, Maria threw the ball very, very well. The offense continued to swing the bat well here at the Big A. And Albert Pujols is 1 hit away now from 3,000. He picked up a double, hit number 2999. Shohei Ohtani with a big game. Justin Upton also big game. Mike Trout. You name it, this offense with 15 hits for Mike Scioscia's club, 12 runs scored. As they sweep the Baltimore Orioles here, the victory 12-3 tonight.
I just saw the shot of Chris Davis, and I looked down at that Orioles dugout. You could see how frustrating it is for Davis. He's the lone man in that dugout as the Angels celebrate in the middle of the field. The Angels with the victory, now 19-12 on the season. Baltimore falls to 8-23 on the season. And I know Chris Davis, I've known him for a long time, Gooby, and he wears it on his sleeve. And clearly, he wants to turn things around for that franchise.
Yeah, a lot of frustration, especially when this club has been pretty solid under Buck Showalter over the years. It fell apart here so far with a lot of injuries, and the pitching staff has not been there for him early on.
Jaime Barria picks up the victory, his second of the year. A couple of players had multi-hit games, one of which was Mike Trout. He's down on the field with our own Alex Curry. Alex.
Mike, what a night here at the Big A. An offensive explosion, a lights-out performance on the mound. Are things starting to click on all cylinders for this team right now?
Yeah, you know, coming out swinging it. Guys on base, we're getting the ball. You know, guys on base are driving them in. It's been fun last couple of nights, and we just got to keep it going.
And speaking of fun, it was electric here tonight as these fans were watching Albert Pujols on the verge of history, just one hit shy of 3,000. What kind of energy does it bring this dugout and clubhouse every time he comes to the plate?
It's crazy, man. 3,000 hits, 600 homers, man. It's very fortunate to be in the same clubhouse with him and experience this. It's fans are bringing the energy every night, and it's gonna be great.
And after a rough Yankee series, to turn around and come here and sweep the Orioles, talk about the resilience you saw from this team.
You know, we just keep fighting. Like I said, we're swinging it, we're throwing the ball well. Barria did a great job tonight. We just got to take this momentum into Seattle.
Well, congrats on a big win.
Yeah, thank you.
The Angels complete the sweep tonight here against the Orioles. A fun one as this crowd was on their feet almost the entire game waiting for history. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with Patrick O'Neill and Jose Mota to break it all down on Angels Live next.